Have you ever heard the world's most unusual major project gone wrong? We are talking about projects that were supposed to be game-changing in terms of scale, ambition, and impact, but instead they ended in a massive failure with devastating consequences for the people and communities involved. Mega projects that located in areas where a low population density. In this video, we take you on a journey through some of the most fascinating yet ultimately sinister projects in the modern history. From towering skyscrapers to massive infrastructure developments, these projects were designed to push the limits of human ingenuity and innovation. Despite their grand ambition, these mega projects all failed due to poor planning, lack of funding, political interference, or just plain bad luck. Some resulted in environmental disasters, while others led to tragic loss of life. Number 1. Ciudad Real Centro Airport. The Ciudad Real Centro Airport is an airport located in the city of Ciudad Real in Spain. It was designed as a state-of-the-art airport with the capacity to handle up to 10 million passengers per year. The airport was built between 2006 and 2009 at a cost of approximately 1.1 billion euro. The airport was constructed by private investors who believed that its strategic location would make it a popular hub for low-cost airlines traveling to and from destinations in central Spain. However, the airport failed to attract enough passengers to be financially viable. Despite opening in 2008, the airport only operated for 3 years before filing for bankruptcy in 2012. Many factors contributed to the airport's failure, including its remote location, poor transport links, and the economic downturn that occurred shortly after its opening. Additionally, the airport's owners were unable to secure enough airline contracts to sustain its operations. After its bankruptcy, the airport was sold to a group of Chinese investors who planned to use it as a cargo hub. However, these plans also fell through and the airport has remained closed since 2012. Be sure to like so that we can go to the second one. Number 2. Forest City. Forest City is a mega development located in the southern state of Johor, Malaysia, near to the border with Singapore. The development was designed to be a futuristic smart city complete with green spaces, renewable energy sources, and advanced transportation infrastructure. The project was initiated by Country Garden Holdings, a Chinese real estate developer, in 2014. It was built on the reclaimed land of the coast of Johor. Its construction was estimated to cost around $100 billion. Forest City was intended to be a high-end residential and tourism destination with plans for luxury apartment buildings, hotels, retail centers, and entertainment facilities. The developers aimed to attract wealthy investors from China and other countries, particularly Singapore. However, the project faced several challenges, including concern about environmental impact and question about ownership of the reclaimed land. Additionally, regulatory changes in Malaysia and China limited the amount of the capital that could be invested overseas, reducing demand from Chinese investors. As a result, construction of the project has been scaled back significantly, and many of the high-profile amenities originally planned have been cancelled or postponed. Despite these setbacks, the developer remained committed to completing Forest City as a sustainable futuristic city. Number 3. The Superconducting Supercollider (SSC). SSC was proposed particle accelerator that would have been located in Waxahachie, Texas in the United States. The project was designed to be the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator with circumference of 87 kilometers. The SSC was intended to explore the fundamental forces and particles that make up the universe by colliding protons at extremely high energies. It was hoped that the research would lead to breakthrough in understanding the nature of the matter and the origins of the universe. Construction on the SSC began in 1991 and it was estimated to cost around $12 billion. However, funding for the project was cut in 1993 due to concern about the cost and the potential for the other scientific projects to be impacted. The SSC was built using superconducting magnets cooled to extremely low temperatures, allowing them to generate powerful magnetic fields. The collider itself would have consisted of two parallel tunnels containing protons beams that would be accelerated to nearly the speed of the light before being collided. The main reason for the SSC's failure was its high cost, which made it difficult to secure continued funding from Congress. Additionally, some scientists questioned the scientific value of the project, arguing that other research areas should be prioritized over particle physics. In the end, only about 22% of the SSC construction was completed before the project was cancelled in 1993. Many of the components that were already built were later repurposed for the other scientific facilities, but the SSC itself was never fully realized. What do you think? Can this project become mega project again in the future or not? Share it in the comments below. Number 4. The Ryugyong Hotel. Ryugyong Hotel is a massive pyramid-shaped skyscraper located in Pyongyang, North Korea. The hotel was built with the intention of being a symbol of North Korea's modernity and progress. Construction began on the Ryugyong Hotel in 1987, and it was intended to be the tallest hotel in the world at the time. However, due to funding problems and the collapse of North Korea's main ally, the Soviet Union, construction halted in 1992. Leaving the buildings incomplete for many years. The estimated cost of construction for the Ryugyong Hotel was around $750 million, but due to various construction delays and setbacks, the final cost of the project is unknown. Built with 105 floors and the height of 330 meters, the exterior of the Ryugyong Hotel is covered in mirrored glass panels, making it a striking and recognizable landmark on the Pyongyang skyline. The interior was intended to house luxury hotel rooms, restaurants, nightclubs, and other amenities. The Ryugyong Hotel failed to open for business for many years after its construction was completed, largely due to technical issues and concerns about its safety. In recent years, however, the building has undergone renovations and it's now partially open as a luxury hotel. Well, friends, before I say the number 5 and the important one, be sure to subscribe to our channel to know about our next video. Number 5. Naypyidaw. Naypyidaw is the capital city of Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. Located in central Myanmar, the city was built in secret and officially declared the new capital in 2006, replacing Yangon. The reason for building Naypyidaw are somewhat unclear, but it has been suggested that the move was made to consolidate military power in the country by relocating the government and military headquarters to more secure location. Another reason may have been to distance the capital from the coastal regions, which were seen as a more vulnerable to attack. The cost of building Naypyidaw is estimated to have been around $4 billion, although this figure is difficult to verify as many aspects of the project were kept secret. The construction of the city involved the building of road, bridge, government buildings and other infrastructure, as well as housing for government officials and their families. Despite its grand ambition, Naypyidaw has failed to become the bustling capital city that was envisioned. The city is largely empty, with many government buildings and public space appearing deserted. Some have suggested that the high cost of living in Naypyidaw has deterred people from moving there, while others point to the lack of the economic activity and cultural attractions as a reason for its failure. Friends, in your opinion, which of these 5 mega projects is difficult to operate again? Share with us in the comments below. And continue with this video, which is one of the most difficult projects in human history that has started to be built.